You're going to love this. Just love it.
You watch those nature documentaries on the cable?
Yeah.
You see the one about lions?
Yeah.
This lion is the king of the jungle. He's so big, he's so hot, he doesn't want to move. Now, the lioness, she starts messing with him. Come on, making trouble.
We saw two lions lying out in the open, a male and a female. You guessed it, mating season. And these animals are going to mate because it's in their DNA. I mean, other than basic biological functions, no higher play, no greater cause, no transcendent purpose. Biology, period. There's the pervading sense that if something feels good, it takes precedence over everything else. And so how do the stories that are brought home begin? I can't believe we totally lost our minds. It was so out of control. The next morning I couldn't. These scenes aren't just about partying, having a good time, and hooking up with someone. They raise questions about what it means to be fully human. The temptation is to ignore your conscience or sense of higher purpose, sacrificing what it means to be human, which leads a person to act much like an animal. I mean, are we just the sum of our urges? Think about some of the phrases that get thrown around. Party animal, we attacked each other, she's a tiger, basic instinct. They're all an acknowledgement of the primal, base nature of a person's behavior.
Everyone turn away. Things are gonna get crazy. We're gonna make animal noises.
There's a passage in the book of 1 Corinthians where one of the writers of the Bible addresses this worldview. He confronts his audience with a challenge. Can they live for a higher purpose than just fulfilling their urges? He then claims that their bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you. A temple was a holy place, a place where heaven and earth met. That a human isn't just a collection of urges and needs, but is a being whom God resides in. He's trying to elevate their thinking, to change their perspective, to open their eyes to a higher view of what it means to be a human. He's asking them to consider that there's more to life than the next fix.
9:15. Let's have a great day, everybody.
The problem with it, the assumption behind it, is that people are going to have sex because they can't help themselves. This perspective is presented as freedom and honesty and just being who you are and doing what comes naturally, but it's built on the belief that certain things are inevitable. What it really teaches is that people cannot transcend the physical dimensions of their existence. It views people much like animals. And so many live with a low-grade sense of despair, thinking that they're helpless, that this is simply how it is.
No, no, no! No, he needs to know! He's always crying!
Tough love it is, tough love. Wake up, idiot!
You wanna know what I am?
If you deconstruct that, what do you get? A loss of hope.
You wanna see what my life is?
In the same way that we can veer towards the animal impulse, we can veer towards the angel impulse. And the one is just as destructive as the other. If the animal impulse is to give in and let our cravings rule us, the angel impulse is the opposite. It's the denial of the physical and the failure to acknowledge that our sexuality is central to what makes us human.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus, we thank you so much.
In the creation poem that begins the Bible, angels were here before us. Animals were here before us. When we act like angels or animals, we're acting like beings who were created before us. We're going backwards in creation. We're going the wrong way. We're headed back towards the chaos and disorder, not away from it. Nothing involving sex exists independent of and disconnected from everything around it. How we act determines the kind of world we're creating.
You feel that?
Yeah.
You are back!
I love you guys!
A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.
Till one day, that lion gets up and runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.